Hi everyone, thanks for stopping back by in. This is, I think, the third video that I'm doing for Icebreakers, and thanks for stopping by, and let's get started. Oh yeah! Okay, the very first one is silent interview. So what you need to do is divide your group up into pairs and give them 5 minutes, and they have to find out 3 things that the other person likes, but they're not allowed to talk. They can use hand signals or anything else, but they're not allowed to talk. All right, divide them up into 2, give them 5 minutes. They have to come back with 3 things that they know about the other person, and they can't talk. Okay, the next one is alphabet game. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your students make a line, and you're going to give them a letter of the alphabet that they have to make. Working together as a team. Now they can do it by standing up, they can do it by laying on the floor, but give them the letter Z, and they have to make the letter Z using their bodies. Now try to get your group to use the entire group to make whatever letter that you give them. Alright, so alphabet game. Give them a letter. They have to use their bodies to make whatever letter you gave them. Okay, the next one is get to know you with a beach ball. What you want to do is take a beach ball. You want to write questions all over the beach ball. Could be your favorite color, your favorite movie, interesting fact about yourself. Once you got everything written on the ball, you're going to have your students sit on the floor if you want, and you're going to throw the beach ball. Now, when the other person catches the ball, whatever question their right thumb is on, they have to answer that question. Now, it works good with the beach ball, but it works tremendously better with an old soccer ball, because the old soccer ball has already got the, I don't know, what do you call them, octagons or whatever, already on it that you can write your question in. So there you go. Okay, the next one is count up. What you want to do is you want to get your group sitting on the floor, and let's say that you have a group of 20 people. Their goal is to count to 20, but the same person cannot say a number twice, and 2 people cannot say the number at the same time. So what they have to do is they have to count from 1 to whatever your group number is without somebody saying a number twice and without 2 people saying a number at the same time. Okay, the next one is called survival. You're going to take pieces of paper to where everybody in your group gets 2 pieces of paper. Now on these pieces of paper, you're going to write down items. It can be anything from pizza to a shoe. And everybody's going to draw 2 of the pieces of paper out of the container, and then they're going to walk around and talk to other people. Now, the goal of this exercise is for them to meet up with 3 people total, so 2 other people and themselves, and by using the words on their pieces of paper, how to come up with a story of how they could survive in the wilderness. All right? It's an absolute lot of fun. I hope your kids enjoy it. Okay, sometimes all it takes is a good riddle. So, I'm going to give you a great icebreaker riddle that you can use with your group. The instructions for it is, the answer to the question is within the riddle. So the riddle is, there's 3 glasses sitting on the table. The first 2 are full, the last one is half full. What is the name of the famous king? Now, I'll do it again. 3 glasses on the table, the first 2 are full, the last one is half full. What is the name of the famous king? The answer? King Philip III. Okay, what would icebreakers be without some lateral thinking puzzles? Lateral thinking puzzles are puzzles that you give your group information, but it's very minimum, and they have to figure out what happened by asking only yes or no questions. Now, depending on what kind of group you're working with, I've been involved in the industry for 35 years, and I don't know why, but 90% of lateral thinking puzzles have to do with somebody dead, and I don't know why. But anyway, the very first one is a guy lives in a high-rise building. He gets up in the morning to go to work. He pushes the elevator lobby button. He gets off the elevator and he goes to work. But when he comes home from work, he gets on the elevator. He pushes the button for the 7th floor and walks up the other 3 flights of stairs. Now, why is that? Now, your group can ask yes or no questions, but they cannot ask long questions like, is it this? They can ask yes or no questions. Okay, the answer to this, the guy gets on the elevator in the morning, he pushes lobby, he gets off the elevator, he comes back home from work, he gets back on the elevator, he pushes the 7th floor, he gets off of the elevator, walks the remaining 3 floors on the stairs. Why? Okay, your kids ask yes or no questions. The answer to the puzzle is, depending on how you want to word it, if you want to be politically correct, but the answer to the puzzle is he's a midget and he can't reach button 10. Or you could just say that they're short and he couldn't reach the 10th floor button. Okay, you're walking through the woods and you see a cabin. Looking at the cabin, all of the windows are boarded shut and the door is locked. Okay, being curious like you are, you figure out a way to get in. When you get inside, there's a guy hanging from the rafters with a noose around his neck and he's dead. The only thing in the entire cabin is a puddle of water below him. Now, the question is, how did he die? Now, remember that they can only ask yes or no questions. So, how did he die? Okay, the answer is very simple. The guy put a noose around his neck, he stood on a block of ice until it melted, and that's how he hung himself. Again, I'll do some more of these coming up in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Oh, yeah!